Have you ever wondered if she still thinks about you? Science says she just might. Studies show that when people miss someone, their brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, the same chemicals linked to love and addiction. In fact, research from Rutgers University confirms that emotional longing activates the same brain regions as physical pain. Missing someone isn't just a feeling, it's a neurological response. Welcome to our YouTube channel, your go-to channel for real relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to read the subtle and not so subtle signs that she's thinking about you, even if she's trying to hide it. And if you stick around till the end, we've got a bonus sign that's even more powerful than the rest. Sign number 1, she reaches out first. If she's the one initiating contact, especially after a period of silence, it's not random. She's been thinking about you when someone genuinely misses you. The desire to reconnect often outweighs pride or hesitation. She might text you late at night with something casual like, "Hey, I just saw something that reminded me of you, but make no mistake, that's not just a friendly check-in. It's an emotional breadcrumb, a small way of pulling you back into her world." Psychologists say that when we miss someone, our brain creates excuses to reach out, even if it's something trivial like sending you a meme or asking a random question. The point is, it's you she's choosing to message if she's consistently the one starting conversations. She's not just passing time, she's making sure you don't forget about her. And here's something to really think about. When someone doesn't care, they don't reach out, they move on. So if she's texting, calling, or checking in, even in small ways, she's missing you. The real question is, what are you going to do about it? Sign number 2, she references shared memories. Memories have a powerful way of pulling us back to people. If she suddenly brings up an ins joke, an old nickname, or a past experience you shared, it's because she's reliving that moment in her mind. And guess what? That means she's also thinking about you. The University of Southampton conducted a study on nostalgia and found that reminiscing about the past helps people feel closer to the ones they miss. When she says something like, "Remember that time we got caught in the rain?" Or, "I was just thinking about that crazy road trip we took," she's not just making conversation, she's pulling you back into an emotional space where she felt connected to you. Here's the key. If she didn't care, she wouldn't revisit those memories, she'd let them fade. But the fact that she's bringing them up means those moments still matter to her. And sometimes remembering the good times is her way of hoping you'll want to create more. Sign number 3, she reacts to delayed replies. If you've ever taken a while to reply to someone's message and notice they send a follow-up text, that's a clear sign of emotional investment. When someone doesn't care, they don't check in. But if she's asking, "Hey, everything okay?" after a few hours of silence, she's not just being polite, she's feeling a gap that she wants filled. Think about it. When you're excited to talk to someone, time feels different. Waiting on a reply can feel longer than it actually is. This is why some people double text. It's not about being needy, it's about wanting to maintain a connection. If she gets annoyed or calls you out for not responding fast enough, that's even more telling. It's because she expects a level of priority in your life. Her reaction, whether subtle or obvious, reveals that your presence in her day matters. Pay attention to that sign, number 4. She remembers small details. You might not think much of it. But when she recalls tiny details about you, things you barely remember mentioning, it's because she's emotionally tuned in. Maybe she remembers your favorite coffee order, your dream vacation, or even an upcoming work meeting. You casually mentioned that's thoughtfulness at a deeper level. Elle, for example, let's say she texts you, "Hey, didn't you have that big presentation today? How'd it go?" That's not just small talk. That's her showing you that she listens and cares. Most people forget the things they don't value. If she's remembering the small stuff, she's emotionally connected to you more than you realize. Studies in relationship psychology reveal that people who care about someone tend to store detailed information about them in their memory. Why? Because when you miss someone, even the little things about them start to feel important. If she's showing this level of attention, she's not just being nice. She genuinely wants to be involved in your life. Sign number 5, she shows signs of jealousy. Jealousy is often seen as a negative thing, but when it comes in small, subtle doses, it can actually be a sign that someone still cares if she reacts when you mention another woman, even if she tries to play it cool. She's revealing something deeper. For example, if she casually asks who's that girl in your picture, or teases you about a female friend, but then follows up with, just curious, are you guys close? That's not just random conversation. She's checking your availability. She wants to know where she stands. Here's the thing, when we have zero emotional attachment to someone, their interactions with others don't bother us. But when feelings are involved, even a simple Instagram like from another woman can spark curiosity or insecurity. It's a reflex. So if you notice her subtly fishing for information about your dating life, or if she jokingly makes it clear that she's aware of other women around you, chances are she still sees you as someone important. The key is knowing the difference between playful jealousy and unhealthy possessiveness. A little bit of jealousy, that's a sign she still cares. Sign number 6, she gets nostalgic when she starts bringing up the good old days, or says things like, I miss how we used to talk all night. She's not just making conversation, she's reliving moments that meant something to her. And here's the thing, nostalgia. Nostalgia isn't random, it's an emotional bridge that keeps people connected, even when they're physically apart. A Harvard study found that nostalgia actually increases longing and emotional reattachment. It's why people instinctively reminisce when they miss someone. It's their mind's way of holding on to what once felt good. So if she suddenly starts reminiscing about that time, you both stayed up till 3 a.m, talking or the inside jokes, only the two of you. Yet, she's not just being sentimental, she's feeling the absence of those moments. And by bringing them up, she's subtly inviting you to remember them too. Now the real question is, does she just miss the past, or does she miss you being part of her present? The way she talks about those memories will tell you everything you need to know. Sign number 7, she flirts. More flirting is one of the most obvious ways someone tries to rekindle a connection if she suddenly starts teasing you more, making playful, suggestive comments or dropping hints that feel well loaded. She's testing the waters to see if the spark is still there. Let's say she texts you out of the blue with something like, I bet you still think about me. That's not just confidence. That's a baited statement. She's waiting to see how you respond. Does she still have an effect on you? Will you play along? Increase flirtation, especially after a period of distance, isn't just for fun. It's a subtle strategy to gauge your interest. If she wasn't thinking about you, she wouldn't be making the effort to reignite that playful tension. And if she's throwing in winking emojis or inside jokes with a little extra edge, well, let's just say she's not doing that with just anyone. Sign number 8. She talks about future plans when someone sees you in their future. Even in small ways, they make it known. If she casually says things like, we should totally go to that concert together, or when you visit, we have to hit up that sushi place. She's not just making conversation, is picturing you still being part of her life. Future plans, even if they sound casual, are actually a huge psychological indicator of attachment. People don't make plans with someone they don't see value in. If she's dropping hints about things you should do together, even if it's months away, it's because she wants to keep you in her orbit. The key is to notice how specific she is a general. We should catch up sometime is polite, but a detailed you have to try this new restaurant with me. I'll even pick the date. That's her laying down a marker. She's giving you a chance to step back into her life. The only question is, will you sign? Number 9, she engages on social media. We live in a digital world, and social media is modern-day body language. If she suddenly liking your posts again, watching your stories, or even dropping comments here and there, she's doing it for a reason. Think about it. People don't randomly start engaging with someone's content after a period of silence, unless they want to be noticed. Maybe she doesn't want to text first, but she knows that liking your post or reacting to your story is an easy way to subtly pop back into your mind. If she's the first to watch your stories or you notice she's liking things she wouldn't normally engage with, it's intentional. She's trying to keep her presence in your world without being too obvious about it. Pay attention to the patterns one like is just a but consistent engagement. That's her way of saying a lot without saying anything at all. Sign number 10, she brings up emotional topics. Casual conversations are one thing, but when she starts opening up about her feelings, her struggles, or deeply personal thoughts, she's signaling something much deeper. Trust. Let's say she says, I don't know why, but I feel like you always understand me. That's not just a compliment, that's emotional intimacy. She feels safe talking to you in a way she might not with others, and if she's bringing these topics to you, it means you're still someone she turns to, even if doesn't admit it. Outright, people don't have deep emotional conversations with just anyone they confide in. Those they feel connected to. So if she's reaching out to talk about real things, whether it's her fears, her frustrations, or her dreams, she's not just looking for someone to talk to, she's looking for you. Sign number 11, she makes excuses to talk. Have you ever noticed that she texts you for the most random reasons? Like, guess what happened today? Or, I just heard our song playing at a cafe. It might seem small, but these are deliberate connection points. She doesn't actually need to tell you these things. She just wants an excuse to talk to you. Think about it. If she really didn't care, she wouldn't go out of her way to keep the conversation going. People don't make effort for things they don't value. So, if she's finding ways to message you, even if it's about the most random thing, it's because she's not ready to let that line of communication close completely. And sometimes it's not about the conversation itself. It's about keeping the door open. Sign number 12. She reacts strongly to your presence. If you ever want to know if someone still has feelings for you, watch how they react when they see you in person. No matter what someone says, body language never lies. Does she suddenly light up when you walk into the room? Does she get a little nervous play with her hair or change the way she carries herself? Or maybe she acts a little colder than usual, like she's trying too hard to play it cool. Both are signs that she's feeling something. Here's what you need to understand: when someone is indifferent, they don't react. But when someone has unresolved emotions, their body gives them away. So if you notice her energy shift completely when you're around, that's a huge giveaway. Want a foolproof test the next time you see her? Pay attention to her eyes. If they light up for even a second before she regains composure, that's your answer. If you've made it this far, drop "she's thinking about me" in the comments. Let's see who our real community members are. Bonus point. She tries to accidentally bump into you now because you stuck around till the end. Here's your exclusive bonus sign, one that's even more telling than the rest. She suddenly starts showing up at places she knows you'll be. Maybe you accidentally run into her at your favourite coffee shop, or she just so happens to be at the same event as you. And then she hits you with, "Oh, I didn't know you'd be here." But let's be honest, she totally did. This isn't coincidence. It's psychology. A Yale University study found that when people miss someone, they subconsciously seek physical closeness, even if they don't outright say it. So if she's appearing in places that are familiar to you, it's because she's hoping for one of two things. Either you'll take the hint and make a move, or she just wants to be in your presence, even from a distance. So, next time she randomly pops up where you are, ask yourself, is it really random, or is it a sign she's still drawn to you? At the end of the day, don't overthink. If she shows multiple signs, she probably misses you. Be present, engage, and see where it leads. But here's the catch. If she's inconsistent, she may just want attention. Don't get caught up in mixed signals. Read the signs, but above all, trust your instincts. If this video helped you, hit that like button. It really supports our channel's growth. Helps this video reach more people. Subscribe for more daily insights on love and relationships. and share this with someone who might need to hear it today. We've also recommended another video for you on the screen. Go, watch that next. See you back here tomorrow.